The news in Israel is fast-paced, and with so much that's going on, two of the most emotionally complex days on the Israeli calendar are fast approaching, which are, of course, Memorial and Independence Day. And joining us now in studio is former MKN founder and CEO of Yad L'Olim, Rabbi Dov Lipman, who, above all, wants to ensure us we're heading towards a united, positive future. Dov, am I right? I mean, people are so down lately. Please break down the latest events for us.
Absolutely, Amit, and it's great to be here in studio with you. So we're in this time where people are looking at the judicial reform and the protests and the political unrest, and they're looking at the terror attacks and maybe wondering, where is Israel heading? What is happening over here? And yet at the same time, Israel is rated as the fourth happiest place in the world. And I think that...
How is that happening? I mean, what does that mean, actually?
I think what it means is that people, despite the headlines and what everyone sees as so negative, on the day-to-day there is so much positive. That we're a people who, we went to democratic elections, there are democratically allowed protests, there will be compromises that will be reached, and this is a process which you go through. There's terror attacks, and yet the families call for unity and love. This is the kind of people that we are. I think this time of year in particular, when we have Holocaust Memorial Day, our Memorial Day for our soldiers and terror victims, Independence Day, Jerusalem Day, it gives us a time to take a step back and realize what it's really all about here. And when it's all said and done, that's something positive.
Definitely true. Now, you visited the Dee family. Speaking of unity, you wrote beautifully about it. Can you tell us more about your post that you wrote and what it actually said? What was the content of it?
You know, you go to the house of a mourner, you never know what to expect. And, I've been a mourner myself, so I know what it is, not in these tragic circumstances, to be on the other side, but it's always an unknown. This family has taken this horrific, catastrophic, tragic event that none of us can even fathom, and are turning it to such a positive. And Leo Dee, Lucy's husband and the father of these girls, sat there in a room, a tent filled with a lot of people, and day after day for this week has been calling on people, do good deeds, do acts of love, don't wait for tragedy to come to take your idea and try to make the world a better place. And I think it also reminds all of us in Israel who we are in this country. This is a country that, unlike the way we're portrayed sometimes in the world, we are a country that does so much good. We have so many good ideas, and we have so much love, and we want peace. And here's a father and a husband who could be out there with venom and anger and calling for vengeance, and it's just the opposite. He's talking about love amongst Jews in Israel, love amongst Jews and non-Jews in Israel, and that we should be spreading good deeds and good ideas to make the world a better place. And that just fills everyone with unbelievable inspiration in these challenging times.
We have nothing to complain about after we see this inspirational man, inspirational words. How is the family doing actually right now? I mean, what did you get there?
There's no doubt that anybody who goes to this kind of a tragedy, they're going to have very, very difficult times. But they are surrounded by an incredible community, first and foremost, in Efrat. A leader there, Oded Ravivi, who has just been shown what leadership is truly about. So they have that, they have their family, they have their friends. And again, I almost feel like they're leading everyone else in this cause. And that's a tremendous source of inspiration, and most importantly, unity. Their call in this difficult time for everyone to come together, and the Israeli flags, instead of them being the signs of the coalition or the opposition in the demonstrations, to be, we are here together to celebrate. I think that's their message, and they're going to outcome the other side of this so much stronger because of that approach.
Amazing. Now, if we're already speaking about feel-good, you as former MK and obviously founder and CEO of Yad L'Olim today, most importantly, what are you seeing in terms of Aliyah, of Jews abroad, their connection to Israel?
It's been incredible these last 2 years running Yad L'Olim and having contact with tens of thousands of Olim and prospective Olim. People are really interested in coming to Israel. You'd think the headlines would push people away, but they want to be a part of what's happening here. I think about the time period we're in right now, Yom HaShoah to Yom HaAtzmaut. 1945, the greatest catastrophe that ever hit our people, 6 million people murdered, and 3 years later, we're establishing a state of Israel. That's the way we are. We keep on moving forward, and we come out stronger. And I think the people around the world see that, and they want to be part of what's happening here. So we at Yad L'Olim, we're trying to help thousands of people who are turning to us for services and for help, and to make sure that their absorption to Israel can be a good, smooth, solid one. But the greatest joy for me is seeing people coming, people contributing to the country, raising their children here, people who want to be a part of this story. And I think, Amit, that's the overall message that we have to share with one another in this time, is that despite everything, are there challenges? Of course. Are there tragedies? Of course. Are there sacrifices? Of course. But when it's all said and done, the state of Israel is the greatest story in world history of a people returning to their land after 2,000 years. And I think that Jews around the world want to be part of that. And I'll use this platform to call to Jews around the world to be part of that. You can reach out to us at yadlolim.org. We'll help you in this process and make Israel your home. Despite everything you see in the headlines, there is no greater place in the world that you can live, and you can be part of this unbelievable story.
That's incredible. Now, Dov, with all this optimism, we'll end our interview. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me, Amit. Thank you.